Okay, this statement was published by the Royal Society on 2nd of March. Joint statement by the National Academy of Sciences of the G7 states on Russia attacking Ukraine. The Royal Society says an unprovoked attack against Ukraine, a democratic and independent country, they're saying this unprovoked attack against Ukraine, a democratic and independent country, is a blatant violation of international law and of core values of humanity. The Russian invasion is an assault on the fundamental principles of freedom, democracy and self-determination, which provides the basis for academic freedom and opportunities for scientific exchange and cooperation. So, yeah, the Royal Society is claiming that the Russian attack on Ukraine invasion will prevent opportunities for scientific exchange and cooperation. When I read this, felt it was a sweeping statement. I felt that when in wartime, I think scientific exchange and cooperation advancements do occur. Okay? So what scientific advancements occur in wartime? So in this list I've written down, the computer was invented in World War II by Alan Turing. He cracked the inhibit code. Radar underwent major developments in World War II. It became much more sensitive and powerful, much more long range. Air traffic control was invented in World War I. Radio communication between ships was invented in World War I by Sir Admiral Henry Jackson. The jet engine was basically built by Frank Whittle in World War II. I think he designed it before then, but World War II actually led to the money being produced to make it. The introduction of rubber tyres in vehicles was introduced in World War I. These are actually technologies. I have mentioned antibiotics. They were discovered and first used in World War II. Well, they were first used in World War II, so I think they were discovered then. I also I mentioned the science and the degree grades of eminent scientists in an earlier video on the degree grades of eminent scientists. I think the title of the article is Don't Judge a Scientist by the Degree Grade. Many people did science degrees in World War I and World War II, although they were given short degrees, ordinary degrees or pass degrees, not full honours ones. But a lot of science graduates completed their degrees in World War I, World War II, and then they went to fight, or they joined the war effort. And the atomic bomb and the bouncing bomb, you know, the film The Dam Busters, they were developed in World War II. So I think the Royal Society's claim that scientific engagement and advancements and cooperation exchange get interfered with and stopped in wartime is a sweeping statement. It's naive. The Royal Society are not historians, they're scientists, and I don't agree with what's said. As I said, I knew the computer was invented in World War II, but I looked at the rest. I knew about radio communication between ships and jet engines, but yeah, lots of things. Computers, radar, air traffic control, radio communication between sailing ships, jet engine, rubber tyres, and antibiotics were introduced. Many people graduated with degrees. Yeah, computer, radar, that's it. So yeah, I think wartime, I'm not defending war, but I am saying that in war there are different pressures, so scientific advancements and exchange and cooperation is pushed in different directions, and clearly it leads to major advances in technology. And all these things are still used. We all have iPads and home computers and tablets, mobile phones because of this. Radar is used in all aeroplanes and helicopters and the military, and it's used everywhere in life. Air traffic control is used in all our airports to guide planes in and out of airports all over the world. In Heathrow Airport, Edinburgh Airport, and all over the world. All shipping uses radio communication. That's sailing ships, yachts, big cruise liners, cargo ships, commercial ships. They all use this. The jet engine, well, all aircraft, all modern aircraft, whether passenger like Boeing 747s or fighter jets, whether it's big passenger airlines carrying 300 passengers or whether it's fighter jets, they all use jet engines. Rubber tires, well, we all know cars use rubber tires, lorries, buses, all our vehicles on the roads, motorbikes, everything uses rubber tires. And we all get given antibiotics when we're ill. I got them for my pneumonia. Yeah, and the military are still developing atomic, well, they aren't developing atomic. The military around the world are still developing technologies to fight wars. Okay? So, I think the Royal Society's statement I showed you is a sweeping statement. I think it's naive. Would you all like to tell me what you think? Do you think I'm wrong? Please contribute. Say something back. Thank you. I was speaking to a parent today at my daughter's school, and I mentioned the Royal Society statement to him. He thought I should do a video on this to sort of encourage a debate or something. He agreed with me as well, I think, largely, that scientific advancement clearly continue in wartime, but they go in different directions. I have actually looked up the history of computers. House computers began in 1979 and iPads started about 1999, so I think if there had been no World War II, I think the computer probably wouldn't have got invented till the 60s or 70s, but it's just my opinion. Based on the progress of technology of computers that have been invented, I think it would have been 20 or 30 years later before this got invented if it hadn't been for World War II. Because there's extreme pressure, it was a unique environment, and that's what allowed it to be developed, I think. Anyway, thanks.